You know it, world. It's time for another Boom Shakalaka video. Brand new Yellow Rose IPA.
There's a yellow rose from Texas. She knows the dues I've paid, and I'm going home to tell her I wish I'd never strayed.
Civil War song, you know. I gotta pay homage to my roots, you know. Texas is closest thing to its own country inside the U.S. and anything else is. It's a remote situation, dude. Annoying me. So yeah, scored up this Yellow Rose IPA, Magnolia, Texas, man. That's a brand new brewery. Brand new. Another business opening because of craft beer. So with that being said, we'll go into today's topic material in the Boom Shakalaka Beer Time video. Now let me tell you something about paper or plastic. Remember the good old days when the clerk would ask you at the grocery store about, would you like paper or plastic? And people chose paper for the most part. In fact, I am angry about the whole thing about the plastic grocery bags. That's another story. But plastic is bad, folks. And we're here to talk about plastic and how it applies to the YouTube drinking community. Now, fortunately, it does not affect the craft beer community, because craft beer will never be packaged in plastic. Let me tell you something about big corporations. They do not care about you bottom feeders. The economy consumer. Those who buy the bottom shelf product, right? I'm in business. I got an operations management degree. And I understand the economy of scale. When a company begins to evaluate their profits in certain demographic markets and realize that they're declining because of certain competition, craft beer, exploding market, probably too exploding. We will go into that later, but it's perhaps, we could be looking at a bubble situation in the craft beer market because of the extreme rapid growth in the marketplace. But anyway, the macro beers, Budweiser, Anheuser Busch, Miller Coors, all those guys, they're taking notice. Billion-dollar industries taking notice. And so what they're going to do is they're going to cut costs off their bottom people they don't care about, right? They don't care about you guys. Most of the malt liquor drinking community, as it exists beyond YouTube, is ghetto. It's a bunch of thugs, man, running around in the barrio or in the 4th Ward. Bunch of gangbangers and shit, dude. Do you think they care about you guys? That's the demographic. It's not you guys, you fucks on the internet that may have a roof over your head and are actually receiving government benefits. There are those out there that don't get benefits, that are living their lives day to day on the street, thugging it out, and what they drink is malt liquor. And that's what the big corporations think. And that's what they push that shit down to that community. Why? Because they can. And you know what's in that shit? Besides the lowest quality ingredients, corn syrup. Yes, corn syrup. #1 poison on the planet. That's why I quit drinking soda. Look at that cat, man. Whew, pretty. She smells so delicious. The yellow rose of Texas. Man, I'm excited to try this beer. Yeah! Gotta get my country on a little bit, man, because I'm going to a festival. Indie rock festival, a bunch of local bands. Some of you were like, why aren't you going to Prog Power, USA Metal Festival? I'm like, well, I've got to change up my scene every now and then. Live the craft beer lifestyle. I spent over $1,000 getting ready for this festival. Built me a solar power project. This festival takes place out in the middle of the country, middle of nowhere. But we'd be having our discotheque. Anyway, so look at that beer. Woo. Pretty, unfiltered. Man, that is amazing. This is brand new. Brand spanking new brewery. New jobs. New business. New community fun. All in the small town of Magnolia, Texas. Anyway, fabulous brewery. I'm excited to do this damn review and talk to you about paper or plastic, or what I'd rather say, plastic in paper. Now, big corporations don't give a fuck, right? We've already established that about any of us. I don't care if it's upper tier consumer or lower tier consumer. But the lower tier consumer is gonna get the axe first. 3 things to consider about the plastic conversion and the malt liquor packaging initiative. 1, cost for shipping. It costs more to ship that product than it does to make it. In other words, this bottle costs more to send that somewhere by the truckload than it does to make it. That's a hint you shouldn't be drinking that shit, right? So, when they need to cut costs, they're going to cut down the weight. And the weight is probably about a 15-20% cut. I would say probably, I didn't do the experiment, but I would say 12 to 18% easy on the weight. That's huge when you're talking about most of the money in beer distribution is in, or the profits of beer are in distribution costs. So, too bad. for those of you who choose, you guys choose to be part of your little club, to make yourself feel like somebody because you can only afford $2 for a beer. That's my alter ego voice, by the way. It's big props to my late brother Carlos. Peace, love, brother. Miss you, man. That dude was hilarious, man. Los Monster. Kick-ass drummer, man. That dude had great personality, and whenever I do that, that's a little tribute to him. So anyway, moving forward, that's number one. Number two, cause and effect of plastic bottle conversion. Think about this factor. Most of the consumers of malt liquor products are residing in low to zero income communities in big cities, where rioting and upheaval is very possible. In fact, we are entering an age in which rioting and upheaval is a very distinct reality. And that if you look at other countries and the news and shit that goes on in this planet that is sad and beyond sustainable, practicality for the human race to survive, there's some fucked up shit going on. And the uprising against authority in this country, we can see it in the news now. This whole thing about good cop, bad cop, right? Cops are getting called out on shit now, particularly in the minority community. And whether or not it's justified or not, that's another story. You're breaking the law. But there's going to come a time where uprising is imminent in this country. If not in the lower class communities, but in all of them. We're all getting screwed over, man, by corporations. Corporations, the very same corporations that make your malt liquor. Billion-dollar industries. Macro brews, your Budweiser, your Miller Coors, they are the enemy. So think about this. Those communities, besides stolen guns and rocks and things, those glass 40s make really nice Molotov cocktails, right? So we're going to pull those out. We're going to pull those out of the community before they have a chance to use them. So think about that. That's digging down the rabbit hole a little bit, but that's how I think. And I realize the realities that we're being faced with in this here 21st century. Second, most of all, this is going to sicken you guys, but besides the corn syrup, which is poison, plastic bottles, for another reason, are poisonous to the planet to begin with. Worse than glass. I thought glass was hard to clean up. Think about plastic. Now, yes, plastic can be recycled. But are you fucks that are drinking malt liquor going to recycle your plastic? No. You don't live in a community, most of you don't, that don't have a place where you put out your recycling goods. Do you bother time to separate? Petroleum-based product. Plastic bottles are made with petroleum-based products, and they use chemicals to inject in there to release the mold to create the bottle itself. Do they wash the chemicals out of the bottle before they fill it with malt liquor? I don't know. How thorough is that process? Or do they care about the malt liquor drinker buying the shit off the bottom shelf at the gas station? Do they really care about you? Ask yourself that question. I would say that craft beer gives a whole lot of fucks about their consumer making quality products like this, reaching to the ends of the earth to get ingredients. Thunderstruck, Stone IPA, just drank this, screwed up the video. But just because it's called Thunderstruck and it's a dedication to a movie called Thunderstruck, 20th anniversary of this beer brewery, they got product from Australia just for this batch. Malt liquor doesn't do that. So, not only is plastic made with chemicals and released and used in the process of making the bottle with chemicals, but plastic bottle itself is not a good package for beer because of its gaseous permeable. I'm not sure if that's the right terminology, but I saw it on how it's made when they were talking about hot sauce manufacturing. Right? Hot sauce, glass. Most products in the fridge, some peppers, glass, spaghetti sauce, barbecue sauce, pickles. I don't have a whole lot of shit in my fridge, but things that can spoil, perishable goods, glass. You know why? Because plastic is gaseous permeable. What that means is that carbon dioxide, used to pressurize, used to make carbonation in your beer, can escape plastic over time. And oxygen can get in. Oxygen creates bacteria, allows bacteria to grow. So your precious malt liquor that sits on the shelf too long is going to spoil. So those of you in the malt liquor drinking community who are like, oh, we're gonna rebel, we're gonna uprise, we're gonna riot, and we're not gonna buy any plastic. Guess what? It's gonna sit on the shelf, maybe. I'm sure someone's gonna buy it. But either way, it will spoil much quicker sitting in the store. And does big corporate Budweiser, Miller Coors care? Does the millionaire care as he's walking to his Ferrari in the parking lot and he sees a penny on the ground? Is he gonna stop and pick that up? You don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, man. It's waste water to them. They're packaging waste and putting it in plastic. I'm going to encourage those of you who care about your lives, your children, your families, your health, to consider the possibility of spending a little bit more for a better product, for a better experience, for the craft brew lifestyle. Living large. I'm not saying it's living large. You ain't gotta drive Lamborghinis and fucking all that shit. Average families. But you have to enjoy the best things you can within your means. I'm not eating Pringles or Doritos. I'm eating hot peppers right out of the bottle. These taste awesome with IPA. Not like Ted Barris over here eating peppers. I love hot shit too, man, but shit he does is insane. That's a good little pop. 0 calorie, vitamin C, vitamin D. trying to lose some weight too. Craft beer is expensive. Craft beer is lots of calories. Oh, she smells so good. Man, if this Yellow Rose of Texas beer was a real chick, I would eat her pussy. Oh man, she is so good. That is amazing beer. All worth the $9 I spent for that. So did you get it? 3 points. Glass to plastic. Riot problem. Your chemical problem and your manufacturing process of the packaging. And the corporations don't give a fuck about you, the economy user. I will include a couple of links in the description on the research I've done on this. Just a couple, I can't provide all of them, but a couple of viable resources are CNBC and Wall Street Journal talk about how macrobreweries are reacting to the pressure being applied to buy craft beer. So craft beer is killing you guys, not because it's badass, but even in the business model. Craft beer, mom and pop businesses having an influence on a multi-billion-dollar industry. Go figure that. Why is that? Attention to the customer. They give a fuck. I'm going to the Carback Brewery tomorrow to finish off my video number 2, Craft Beer Lifestyle, in which I go about various breweries in Texas, demonstrating that craft beer drinking is not just a choice over the counter at the local beer store, but it's a lifestyle of embracing the whole process and the culture. The culture of MLDC might be wearing masks and following a blueprint, but the culture of the craft beer drinking community is getting out to the brew pub and experimenting and meeting people and talking about beers and saying, hey, what do you think of this? Check that out, share some of this. Buy me a drink, buy you a drink. Talk about the recipes, talk about the release, the excitement of all the different choices that we have. This video is going on a little bit too long. I need to finish this beer. She is a yellow rose indeed. Whew. Yeah! I gotta get my Texas on, y'all. I'm not going to a country festival, but I'm going to an indie rock festival. Bunch of Austin bands. This hat right here, it's famous. Pegasus Mont, drummer, has worn it twice on stage in America. Band from Norway. And Metal Madman has worn this hat before. There are pictures somewhere on the internet. Man, it's good beer. Can't slam this beer, man. I know the Madman tries. Well, no, he didn't try. He slams it down, man. That dude's a beast. But you don't have to slam to drink like a man. I'm drinking $20 worth of beer in a very short period of time. That is actually outstanding. I'm going to go get more of that. Holy crap. She's going up on the shelf. So anyway, guys, I don't think the MLDC is going to go away because of plastic. I know there's been some talk of that. And I just really think that most of you losers aren't gonna just give up malt liquor because it goes to plastic. You'll continue to fucking put the tourniquet on and shoot up the fucking poison. You guys are junkies, man. You're junkies not only to the product, but to the community that you think you belong to. Putting on the masks and shit. That's so dumb. I don't know. I'm not calling out any individuals. Let's go to shout outs. What the hell? Shout out! Big Grabowski, welcome back. Putting out quality craft beer entertainment videos. Thanks, brother. I know you're picking up on some of my scene, man. Craft beer lifestyle, not giving a F about trolls, keeping up in your head about what affects you over the internet. You have control over that, man. We all have control over what affects us. I'm so, I give shout outs to my new subs, man, but goddamn, like 8 of them are like shoe nice. What the fuck, dude? This guy's got more accounts than fucking teenage girl contacts on Facebook. This guy's a fucking freak, man. I don't trust you, man. You've got an agenda, a business model for your YouTube channel that just isn't sustainable. It has a certain vibe of corruption, and I can't buy into it. I'll be honest with you, I'm not taking sides. I've seen enough of the whole thing that, you subbed me like with 5 or 6, 7 different accounts in one night because of the Metal Madman's promotion of my channel is a red flag. Appreciate the subs, man, but you know what? Are they quality subs? Doubt it. Are you going to help perpetuate and share my interests of craft beer? Now, I know you're up there in Colorado, which I love Colorado. I'm a big Colorado man. 420 crew. I love me some 420 as well, but I'm also disciplined. And I know that there are times when I can participate and times that I cannot. And I have not participated in the 420 for quite some time because of my pursuits in the professional job market as a health and safety professional. In manufacturing. So anyway, this video's gone way too long. But it's in 640, so I don't give a fuck. I can shoot this video in like 720 or 1080, but I do it on the low level. so I can get more time with you guys. Oh, damn. Man, you guys are in for a treat when I finish this video. Craft beer lifestyle video number 2, where I compile all my brewery experiences into one video. And I'll also start craft beer lifestyle video number 3 at this music festival I'm going to in a couple weeks. So, no, like next week. And I'm going to tie that into the Untapped Festival here in Houston, September 12th through the 14th, in which 275 breweries and like 40 different bands are all coming to Houston downtown. And we're going to have a party. MLDC, don't do that shit, bitches. This beer is fantastic, oh my gosh. And you guys can't have any because it's so limited and so specialized. And right here, Magnolia. Oh, it's empty. That bottle is so fucking heavy, dude. Oh my gosh. That's so much glass. I can't even, it's like a pound of glass empty. Fucking amazing. Yellow Rose, you are amazing, miss. You're going on the shelf. Yes. I don't put too many beers up there. Only my favorites. I'll rotate them off. You know, like, think about taking the trooper off here. Iron Maiden. I'm not taking your ass off because, I mean, it was a great beer and all that. Great effort. But the beer tastes like ass. Fucking English ale style. Anyway, so paper or plastic? How about plastic and paper? You guys are fucked! Unless you change your life, man. There's nothing wrong with the craft beer lifestyle. You don't have to fucking live. There's so many of you out there in the MLDC that have so much potential. You just have to acquire the right taste. Understand that there is a lifestyle out there that's beyond the garage, beyond the basement, beyond hiding from your family. It's funny, like, you know, the Whizzle's recent videos, as he peruses around the property that no one's around. It's not like, hi dad, or hi sister. Nobody's around when he shoots these videos. He's like, hey, check it out. I'm on this cool estate and I'm gonna go make a video of like checking out. I'm important and I rule and I have, you know, dude, quit sucking off the family tea. That's a great thing to have family, you know, and but unless you feel you can share that family on YouTube, what's the point? You're just taking advantage of that opportunity, and that's a shameful, shameful thing to do. The Whizzle, I can fucking whip my dick out, dude, and fucking, that'd be the same shit. Oh man, I need to shave. So, yeah, you ain't nothing, man. You and Shoe Nice, thanks for the subs, you know, but got nothing on the craft beer community. Fucks. THXE, boom, shakalaka.